Hi loves, welcome back. For today's look, I will be using the Revolutions makeup collaboration with Roxi Ride or Die palette to create this fall look. So for the first shade, like you guys already seen in the last clip, is Cookie. And I'm going to use this as the transition shade. And just blend this all over my eyelids. And I will leave the brushes down below. I'm also going to use this shade Gingerbread, and it's a really nice brown shade. I'm just going to blend this all over my crease as usual. If you guys watch all my tutorials, I love doing that with my eyeshadow. And just softly do circular motions and blend out the eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to take this shade Cola and just use a smaller brush to pack it and just follow your crease as usual. This shade was a little bit hard to blend, but I kind of worked it, just kept packing on some more products. And I'm just going to move on and use the Catrice concealer to create a cut crease as usual. And I just usually take my time because I'm normally not even perfect doing cut creases yet. But yeah, I'm still learning new ways how to make it a little bit easier because our eyes are not even. So it takes some time sometimes. And as always, I usually just like starting from the inner corner and work my way towards the middle section of my eye. And next up, I'll be using this shade called Yes, and I definitely love this very shimmery shade. It's very nice for the crease area, and I think it's also a really good one for the inner corner as well. It's really easy to pack on, and you can have more pigment if you pack it on also using like a setting mist. And then this cranberry shade was one of my favorites out of the palette because it's just a beautiful, nice reddish brownish shade, and it's perfect for like fall. And so I decided to use this on the look today. And using my NYX liner, I'm just going to create a wing liner. I'm not going to make this wing very thick. I'm just going to make it so that it looks like a wing liner, but it's like a thinner liner, if that makes sense. And I apologize if the lighting for this video is bad. I'm testing out a cheap ring light for now because I'm on a budget, and so hopefully you guys don't mind that. And then I'm just going to put on some mascara and put on some lashes by Kiss Lashes in the style Splendor. And then I'm just going to use the same exact MAC shades to blend the under shadows. And also use the shade Iconic for the inner corner highlight. And this has made the look pop out a little bit more. And for the mascara for my under lashes, I like to use the AOA Studio Skinny Underlash Mascara. Very nice for little tiny lashes like mine underneath there. And I'll use this e.l.f. liner in my waterline. It's not that pigmented, but it works for this look for now. I've been loving the Marc Jacobs, but that one's just a little bit too pricey. And for my face, I normally don't show my makeup steps on how I do my makeup steps for my face, but I decided to include it in this video in case you guys are just interested in how I usually do it. But I've been loving the Tacha Silk Canvas Primer, and it really works for filling in your pores and stuff, but I just really don't recommend it for dry skin if you have dry skin because it will show your dry patches. But I've been having oily skin and it works perfect. And this foundation that I am using is by NYX, and it's called the Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I'm in the shade Natural. It's really full coverage and very thick too, so I would definitely recommend it for oily skin only and not dry skin because I always had like dry skin, and this one has been doing a terrible job with it, but since I've been having oily skin, it worked perfectly. And for concealer, I used my all-time favorite Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade Light Beige, or you can say 020. And this one's just my absolute favorite. I use it for all my tutorials. Even though I love other concealers, this is my go-to. And it is very affordable. I only got it for $6. And it does everything you need. Full coverage, waterproof, and it lasts for 12 hours. So that is amazing. What can you ask for more in a concealer that is very affordable? And I normally like to just blend out with a sponge. I like it underneath my eyes, my chin, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my nose bridge, and my forehead. These are the areas where I normally like to have my face brighten up, and that's where I apply my concealer. And for translucent powder, I like to use the Arispun loose face powder, and I'm in the shade Naturally Neutral, and I like to pack this on with this nice, I don't know what this thing is, but it's like a sponge. It packs it on very nicely, and it's just like a really nice powder to be packing it on, and it's really affordable as well. So if you're on a budget, I recommend this one, and I have this one for so long and it hasn't even like been emptied yet, so that's amazing. And for bronzer, I like to use the Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula, and it's in the shade Light to Medium. And I normally don't contour or use any cream contours at all, so I normally just like to do circular motions with my bronzer and, you know, create shadows with on my forehead, because my forehead is huge, okay? I'm not really a fan of my forehead, but so I normally try to cover up my bronzer, but sometimes it does a terrible job, sometimes it does a good job, but I don't know. I've been trying it out and definitely really love this bronzer. So if you guys like Physicians Formula, they have really good formula, then go ahead and try it out as well. Definitely recommend it. And I'll just be doing this for my cheekbones, my forehead, and then I'll also be bronzing my nose. So just create a little bit like dimension, contour, and make it look a little bit more like, how do you call it, like more structured. Moving on to blush, I like the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula, and it's in the shade Vintage Rouge, one of my favorites after my friend introduced it to me, and I've just been loving it since. And same thing goes for the highlighter. I like using the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter, and it's in the shade Champagne. Definitely one of my favorites. It's super creamy, and it blends and it glides like nothing. It's gorgeous. I like it on my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose. And for lips, I'm using the Jeffree Star Top Shelf and also the Morphe one called Frosse or Frost. And this look will be completed. I hope you like this fall look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the fam. Love you guys.